What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Che. If you're new here, you know what to do. Subscribe, like, comment, and let's get it started. And today, we got a very special video. For all my high school students out there, or my fellow graduates, class of 2022, July 5th, a lot of AP scores will be coming out. So, before then, I want to do an AP school prediction video. This year, I took 5 AP classes, and these include AP Macroeconomics, AP Microeconomics, AP Statistics, AP Physics CENM, which is shorthand for Electricity and Magnetism, and AP Music Theory. So I'll be break down into every single one of these. So I took 4 classes and took 5 exams since my school did AP Economics as one class, but that covered both macro and micro. So yeah, so took 4 classes, 5 exams. I will dive into how I feel about the class, what do I think my score is going to be based on my professional in the exam and in the class. And so yeah, let's get it started. So let's begin with AP Macroeconomics. So that's basically the first semester for my AP Economics class. I felt pretty good going in. I bought the review packet from Jacob Clifford. Shout out Jacob Clifford, you're amazing man. So yeah, that really helped me a lot. Really just I mainly use it for previewing the content. Also like the final review before the AP exams. They got some very good content in there, very good review, very good review material. So for my fellow high students who are taking or who is about to take AP Economics, I highly recommend his review packet. It's for both macro and microeconomics. It's just absolutely amazing. I highly recommend to buy the packet. And so on the exam day, in class, just um in class, it just basically, we're learning about various concepts, like just a big picture of just macroeconomics is about a big picture, about how government, um, monetary policy, just fiscal policies. Like, yeah, these are various big concepts, but they are pretty easy to understand, in my opinion. Um, they're pretty well in the class, kept an A in the first semester, which is pretty nice. And my final exam, which is like a mock, supposed to be a mock AP, I scored a 5 on it, which is pretty nice. I would say that's pretty much a confidence booster. And on the AP exam day, I felt pretty good going in, and then the multiple choice, even though I know I got made some mistakes here and there maybe, but overall I think it's fine. And then and also I saw videos after the AP exam. Like there are people on YouTube just as you guys know, just reviews the free response questions. And I also look at those. Actually my teacher went over those in class. So after reviewing these, I know I made one mistake on the FRQ at least, but I still feel pretty confident. Like one mistake on the FRQ doesn't really kill you. So yeah. So overall, my prediction will be a 4 or 5, but towards the 5, because it's not that I don't think I did that terrible. Let's go into now microeconomics. This one's definitely more of a struggle, especially in the beginning. Like even though I did have end up a higher grade, like my school counts anything 93 above on an A as an A. So I had pretty sure I had 96 or 97 first semester, and then second semester I had a 99. But that 99 was doesn't really reflect my true understanding, I would say. But overall, I still feel like grasp the content pretty well. And then the thing that's really kind of decreased my confidence was during the final mock exam for microeconomics. I only got a 4, not a 5. Not really what I wanted because I felt like really understand the concepts, but it is what it is. And then I go into the exam that day. It's like, hmm, it's like it is definitely more difficult than macroeconomics, I would say. There are definitely some answers I put down that I wasn't sure about. But the thing is, about those quite the thing is that like just for the general tip or the general message for like everyone out there who's taking AP exam or took AP exams. Like if you feel like your question is difficult, like not just you feel the questions are difficult, a lot of people might feel the same way as well. So like those are the questions that I feel like I yeah, those are the questions I just feel, you know, I feel it's difficult. Other people also feel it's difficult. And for the FRQ, I also made one mistake on FRQ. And then, yeah, and then that one, the FRQ that I made a mistake on also, yeah, was basically, I forgot exactly what question is, but it is a pretty tricky question. But like, I just feel like, yeah, most people will probably get that wrong anyway, but the curve will be nice. Probably. I'm just assuming at this point. But overall, like as I said earlier, one mistake on FRQ won't really kill you or anything. So like yeah, so I would say my AP microeconomics I also predicted 4 or 5 or towards the 5 side. Yeah, I just even though like there was like the market didn't really reflect it, but like I just feel like because obviously before going to AP exam, I prepared a lot more than to the mock exam. So like yeah, I feel like I could do a little bit better. Now let's move on to AP stats. So or statistics. In a big this is just a regular 2 semester course, and then it was a struggle in the beginning. And then I just bounced back, and then second semester I managed it. I mean, first semester both semesters I had A's, but like second semester was much more smooth. I just kept it the entire semester there. Like it's a much easier time. I would say, I mean, the thing about AP stats is like somewhat difficult, I would say, is like you got a lot of formulas to memorize. It like you got a lot of formulas to memorize. You just need to know when to apply the formulas, and also like just like calculate the functions. Those are things you need to remember. That's probably the most difficult part, and also some multiple choice question can be a little bit tricky here and there. The wording especially, it just really like require a lot of attention to detail. So, only exam that day. I feel like the multiple choice is actually quite difficult. Um, and also the FRQ, my teacher also went over in class after the exam. So like, I mean, based on that, like, I feel like, I think I only made one mistake, but like, even though that question I got wrong, I still got partial credit because like APs, they don't do double jeopardy. So like, if you make one mistake on one question, if the next questions are related to it, you'll get credit based on like if you give your answer based on the wrong answer that you provide in the previous question, you still will get the credit. So like I think I'll get partial credit for that question. But the thing is about AB stats, you don't know how the graders will look at it. Like you might think, like they might think that your answer is incomplete, even though I pretty much give like everything you need to give. Like sometimes I feel like if it should be full credit, they'll probably just give you partial. Like that's basically it's just the wording. Sometimes the graders just see it differently. So that's really the part that's not unsure. That's really unsure about. And also like back to the multiple, as I said about multiple choice, is pretty difficult. Some questions I know I got wrong, but I just don't know for sure how I did. Even though the mock exam I did fine, but just not sure in general. So my score prediction for this class, I'll say a 4 or 5, but towards the 4. And for the reason being just a lot of answers, I think I got it right, but I'm not sure about. It's not like economics like whether it's increasing or decreasing or like um it's a monetary policy is it like Does it increase GDP or does it decrease GDP? Does it increase interest rate, decrease interest rate? It's one or the other. And stats just like the explanation part can really hurt you if you don't really that and really depends on the grader on that day as well. It's a little bit like yeah, writing an English essay a little bit. So I would say it's towards a 4, but I don't feel like even though about these uncertainties, I don't think I did that bad. All right, let's move on to the next class, AP Physics CNN. This one's a struggle throughout the year. Even though my grades don't really reflect that, but it just I didn't really grasp the content that well for this class. I mean, I tried to like, and I just didn't have enough time to like prepare for it. And my preparation wasn't great, and the content was just simply just a little bit difficult. So, and then on the AP exam that day, like that's probably the worst I've ever done on the exam. Like I guessed on a lot of questions, and then the free response, I just do not know what I was doing. A lot of people ask me why don't I just cancel the exam? Like cancel the score. I mean, first of all, I don't have to send the score to colleges. I don't have to. By the way, if you guys want to see like a video regarding college, just drop in a comment down below or drop a like. Just tell me, let me know. And like for basically, like I don't have to really submit that score, but definitely, yeah, it definitely would be helpful if I do well. The thing is about physics C and then it's like not many people can do well. Like literally all my friends after the exam, they say they didn't do that well. They think the exam was tough. So like I don't yeah, so it's a bit of a wild card, but I'm not gonna count on like curve. I'm not gonna count on the curve to be honest. Like you can count on the curve a little bit. Like for example, for the previous one or two or three response, one or two multiple choice, fine. I can count on the curve maybe. Let's do that. But like for something like as many problems I was unsure about for this exam, I'm not gonna count on the curve. I'm just to be straight up honest about my predictions. One or two, to be honest. And to be honest, I don't need to tell you guys like which side would I lean towards because either one or two is not really my expectation. Then none of those are the scores that I wanted. So yeah, they're just overall pretty bad. Kind of shows like you, you really have to like put in the work, you know, to like understand the content for AP classes, definitely. And yeah, um, and I feel like just like physics, it's not like I couldn't really understand it. It's like if I put in a lot more work and just go through the review book entirely, um, I'll probably be more confident, understand the content a bit more. All right, let's move on to the last class, AP Music Theory. So I only took the AP Music Theory like because my school requires 2-year art credit, and I don't want a GP. I kind of want a GPA bump, so that's kind of why I took the class. It kind of worked in my favor GPA wise because I both semester got A's. I mean, I think it's a pretty reflective on my skill for the A for the grades because she actually like grades kind of harsh and then like kind of just grades into how the AP graders will grade the exam. So and then I know like only reason why another reason I took it is because I played piano for like 7 6 7 years. Just I don't want to waste, all that knowledge. So um overall about the class, I mean the writing part is not what I struggle with. Writing part is usually a good part. But the listening portion, Jesus Christ, it's actually ridiculous. So um yeah, it's quite ridiculous how difficult the listening portion is. And also the speaking part. I mean not speaking, singing. The singing portion, side singing portion, I think I did okay. I definitely did not get all the points, but I think I did okay. So like overall, but like a lot of people say that multiple choice is hard difficult. I certainly agree. Also as I said, the listening portion is difficult. I only feel the portion I only did good on is at least I know for sure it's like decent. It's the free response, just free response writing portion. So I would say this class I'll give, I think I got like 2 or 3, maybe towards the 2, but like still these two, I personally just only like 4 or 5s. I don't really like to anything below that. So yeah, still just, yeah, just hope for the best. I don't know about, just like these are just some of my predictions. Just it's not what I actually, how I actually do. Hopefully I did better than some of my predictions. Now that'll be great. So yeah, like I said, okay, that's all my AP classes, all the AP exams. Um, and also like, then this is also the end of the video. So please, if you like this kind of content, drop a like, subscribe, turn on notification bell. Also, let fellow high school students or high school graduates tag in the comments below. Tell me what classes you took, what test you take, and also what are your prediction on score, and also I will do a follow-up video on all the scores come out. I'll do a score reaction as well, score reaction video. And also after score reaction video, I'm thinking doing a tier list of all the AP classes, AP exams that I took during high school. That should be fun. So, and also like if you guys have any other content suggestions, but just also drop in the comments down below. I'm open to suggestions. Also, just anything about YouTube wise, like what I did right, what I did wrong, what I could improve on. How do I edit? Maybe like just any tips around YouTube. Also, drop in the comments down below. I'm open to suggestions, open to advice. I'm just trying to learn. I just started YouTube, as you guys know, and it's like, yeah, it's a process. Just gotta joy and beat, trust the process. And yeah, see you guys next time.